Welcome again to City Vibes on TV Africa Network. You can watch this show on WCSN channel 32.4, and also you can download our app TV Africa Network, and you can watch us live on your phone everywhere. You can also watch us on your Roku device, so Apple and Android and Roku device. You can watch us live, City Vibes on TV Africa Network. Okay, so we are back, and I would like to ask our scholars here, our Muslim brothers here today, Amadou. So, what is it? What is this all about, Eid al-Adha today?
Good question, but before I get started, our thought and prayers goes to those people who passed in Mecca, and
Yes.
we want to say, Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. We're praying for their family. This commemoration is basically telling us, as a Muslim, as a human being, how to comply and live a submission to God. Through this process of Eid al-Adha, Prophet Ibrahim, which called in the Western world Abraham, he had a son when he was 120 years old, and his son was Ismail. And through a dream, and God, asked him to sacrifice, Ismail. And that was the teaching behind it. And he grabbed hold of Ismail that day and take him to the mountains and going to execute that order from God. And through that process, and God did send angel Gabriel to send him a sheep, a lamb. Say, you do not kill a human being. He was so close to God. That's why he was called the friend of God. And he decided to follow whatever God told him to do. But God told him, you do not kill a human being. Just to tell you how deep it is, 120, when he was 120, that's when he had Ismail and executing. And after he asked God, I need to have a son, and God gave him Ismail. And then to kill that son, it means you really obeying to what God is telling you.
Yes.
This is what we're learning. So through that process, it's a great coincidence with the end of Mecca, which is the fifth pillar of Islam, and where people go to do their pilgrimage in Mecca, and they remind to themselves daily that God is here to be worshipped. This is the teaching, and hopefully our scholar Seydou will go deeper than that and explain and elaborate more.
Yeah, that's true. Our brother Seydou, he's a representative from the African Network Association. So, as Amadou was talking about how we have Eid al-Adha today,
Yep.
the sacrifices that Prophet Ibrahim, and so as a representative in your community, so the association, what is some of the things that you would say during this like festivals, like you guys come together, and some of the things that you do?
Yeah. First of all, thank you so much to be here. And what I want to say is, my brothers, Amadou said, sacrifice of Abraham, like that's a teaching for the world, like not only the Muslim community,
Okay.
like all human beings, because Abraham was a family. It was one family. They celebrate. We want to celebrate what their family doing, like was Abraham and Hajar and Ismail, like father and mother and his son. Or Abraham, one day he will sit down, he tell Lord, you my best friend. Lord tell him, okay, I'm gonna go test you, make sure if you are my best friend. Like you can test your wife, you can test your kids, whatever. And Lord will send him for the dreams, he kill his son. After that, the dreams come in again to show him, you have to, like Lord tell him, I want to kill your son.
The son that's the
Okay.
only one,
Or he was have only one. What the Amadou said, he was 120 years old.
120 years.
120 years old that time. And he have a son like 7 years old. He was beautiful son, walk around, and he called his son. He tell him, Ismail, I want to tell you something. I talked to Lord for the dreams. He told me, I should kill you. I need to kill you. He told me, okay, Dad, you have to follow the Lord when Lord is saying.
So the dad, I'm sorry. So the dad told the son he has to kill him.
Yeah, you have to sacrifice for the Lord. And after that, he called his mom too. She came in. She told, okay, like they have a family meeting. He said, Lord, tell me I should kill my son. The Hajar tell him, okay, you have to do it, because if Lord says something, we have to obey.
Obey it.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
And he tell, okay, he take Abraham at the mount. He tried to kill him, but the intention, Lord want to look if Ibrahim he already do everything he Lord said. That's what is a message.
So it was a test.
It's not. It was a test. It's not about he killed his son. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Okay, when he tried to do everything to kill his son, and Angel Gabriel coming, take the son out, put the sheep like a lamb. God tell him, okay, I want to just make sure if you my friend, because if you tell me you Khalil in Arabic mean my best friend, like I want to make sure if you my best friend. From that time, Lord said, okay, this noble action, he's gonna go repeat every year. And when the Prophet Muhammad come to the earth, do the same process. And that's why they tell Hajj, like the people, like the Muslim, they go turn around the Kaaba, the Hajj to Makkah. That's why the Prophet Muhammad do the same process too. Is for the 5 condition of Islam, like you believe only Lord. For Muhammad, he's a messenger of slave of Lord, and you need to fasting, you need to pray 5 times a day. If you have a lot of money, you need to take some money and give it to the poor people. And the 5th one, you need to go to Mecca. If you have a money, like you have a something, you need to go over there once in your life. That's why the people they go around the world, they go to Mecca to do the same process. That means it's very deep, but that means if you get married, like you have your wife, she need to respect you, she need to obey her husband.
Yeah.
The son, she need to obey his parents. But both we are slaves of Lord, we need to obey of Lord, of God.
That's true.
Yeah, that's the meaning for this message today. We call him Eid al-Adha, Eid al-Kabir. That's why a lot of families have a lamb, try to sacrifice, repeat the same. But the people like my cousin, if they say him Eid al-Adha, they're so happy because they have a lot of meat everywhere. But we need to understand the message. The people, they're so happy, dress nice, that's good.
Yeah.
But listen to the message. You need to call your family, sit down, you tell him why Lord say that. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Okay, you need to respect, you all slave from Lord, you need to serve God. If God says something, we need to do it. The wife, like the woman, if she get married, you need to respect your husband. But the son, who's a daughter, you need to respect your parents.
Okay. So, understanding from what you are saying, so it means like, so Prophet Muhammad gave kind of a criteria, like a way how you should recognize or you should commemorate this day by certain things, like you said, prayer, and other things. When even you have money, you should be able to go to Mecca once
in your life. Yep.
I think you were going to add to that.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
The 5 pillars of Islam that he was saying. You have to at least go to Mecca once if you're able. That you fast. That you pray 5 times a day. Those are pillars brought down by God.
Okay.
It was, I guess, it was revealed to us by the Prophet Muhammad, but he didn't set that criteria. He brought it for us from God, and that we follow that. So he commemorated the day of this day that we celebrated. So we continue to have it on an annual basis. But the 5 pillars, it was part of his message. He didn't create himself.
Yeah, he didn't create himself.
Okay. So it's a command.
Yep.
Yeah.
God, but through God.
Yeah.
To Prophet Muhammad.
Yep.
And now we are all, and I understand most of Muslims nations in the world today. It was a holiday because of the Eid al-Adha.
Yep. The important thing is Abraham. He was the father for all religion.
For all religion.
Yeah. He was a father for the Islam. He was father for the Christianism and Judaism.
Yeah, because
it was Abraham.
Yeah. Okay.
He's the first man. Again, he built that little things you see over there. The people turn around the Kaaba.
Kaaba is the wall.
He's the wall, like
the building.
The building.
That's
like a room
around it.
Yeah. He was the first. He built it for his wife too. Hajar was helping him, and for his son.
So You said, do they have rooms in the?
In the room,
It's
yeah.
a room.
It's like a room, one room.
But it's not a mosque.
No, it's a room.
In the room, the
It's a
people
box, basically. It's
yeah,
a big box.
yeah.
Oh, like a big box. So,
Yeah, it's a big brick box.
so what is the essence of people going around it?
They would go do around because the Prophet Muhammad do it too. Everything the Prophet Muhammad doing, like should the Muslim they follow him, his religion, the Islam, they need to do the same. He do the 7th time and he walk around. Is this all is very deep because why they do that? You see him sometimes they turn the Kaaba 7th time. They have 2 different places. They call him Shafa and Marwa. They go and back 7 times. That's when the Hajar bring Ismail. He was a little baby. He was over there crying. Hajar will you see this time the Arabic they don't have they don't have water. He was looking water everywhere. And after that, the baby was crying, dumping his feet like this, crying like he wanted to drink.
Yeah.
And the water, holy water, Papa call him Zamzam.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So who is Hajjah?
yeah. Hajar his was wife for Abraham.
Oh, the wife of Abraham
Yeah.
was Hajjah. So that is why when people go to Mecca during this day and they come back, the women they call themselves Hajjah.
Hajjah like you go to Hajj.
Oh, okay.
Okay, the men they call him Al Hajj because you go to the Makkah too.
So do you have to go around the Baka? Is it
Kaaba.
The Kaaba before you be called a Hajjah?
Yeah, absolutely.
Or you have to go to Mecca?
So you got to go to the process
Yep.
actually, which is Medina and Mecca. So it's a process where
Oh, Medina.
it's a process that you got to follow, and then including Safa and Marwa, Arafah where people die,
Oh, okay.
all that stuff. It's the whole process. When you're done and when you return, you are called Haji or Hajjah.
Hajjah.
So just to add on a little bit to this celebration, just to bring back the subject to back to where it need to be. This day is a day of celebration. What we do as Muslims, we're going to get up early. We're just going to go to the mosque and we're going to pray. That's where we're going to, worship, and then we're going to ask for forgiveness to one another, because you may cause some harm. You may say something bad to your neighbor. You don't know, and it's a time of reconciliation. It's a time of bringing things together, and it's a time for sharing as well. You may have neighbors, they don't have the capability to have a lamb. If you can give them a meal that day, that's part of the teaching. That's part of the donation from some guy who can do it. And then ask for forgiveness. All that stuff is a teaching. To also emphasize the need of understanding what Islam is all about. It is a peaceful religion, not what we see. It's unfortunate to see a person go to the mosque, wrap up his bomb and explode, kill people.
Yep.
God doesn't want mankind to be killed.
Yep.
Through his teaching of Abraham, he even stopped it. Even though it was done for him, he said, no, you do not kill a human being.
Yep.
Yeah.
So then in 21st century, seeing people, terrorism growing themselves in the name of, it's very shocking as a real Muslim. And that's unfortunate. A lot of people don't understand.
Yep.
And there's a lot of confusion out there. But, I'm here to stand up and talk about Islam is peace. That is the
Love.
word. Islam is peace. It's caring. It's care for your neighbors, love your neighbor like you love yourself. This is what we do. This is the teaching, the sharing, the helping. So this is what I wanted to add on that.
That is true, because I quite remember back in high school, when I was in high school, like my friend, actually my best friend, he was a Muslim, and he is still like my friend. And I was always like waiting for this day, because her mom, his mom will bring me like a lot of meat, and that can take me for like more than a week.
That's great. That's
So-
why when I'm talking about some people, they focus about the meat is important, but the message you have to respect your neighbor.
Okay.
You have to love your neighbor. You have to share with them. If you see the human beings, you don't say about the religion. See about he's a person like you.
Person.
He's a person. Human beings like you.
Yes.
Talk together.
Yes.
Laugh together. Share him. Help him. This is the message about Muhammad. This is the message from Abraham, because Abraham is the father for our religion. Yeah, you have to be proud for that.
Oh, I see. So that means the sacrifice, like everything this is a day set aside to show love to everybody.
Everybody, exactly.
To display love. So like we hearing such news like today, and they affiliating to a Muslim, like, which I think it makes it a whole bad thing, right?
Yep.
Real bad.
Yeah, very bad.
Yeah, so well, just unfortunate, but as you said, some people, you are a real Muslim, and you know Muslim is peaceful religion, as you said. Yeah, do you want to add something to it?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It's a peaceful religion. I tell you something, and you need to love everybody. You don't have to hate everybody. I tell you one history. The first people they give it asylum in Islam, they're not a Muslim.
The first people.
Yeah, they give it asylum of Islam. They're not a Muslim. They're Christian.
Okay.
King of Habasha.
Oh, okay, yeah.
The first believers, followers of Muhammad, in the Makkah, the people, they don't believe. Muhammad tell them, okay, we're not safe here, but I heard one great man, he believed Jesus. He sent them back to Africa, Habasha, Ethiopia, right now. He told them, go over there. When they come to over there, they got a letter, they tell him, we have a new prophet, we call him Muhammad. He sent us here because our people over there, they want to give it some problems, hard time. He tell them, okay, come on to my kingdom. He would have his Bible. He tell them, welcome. He give them food, give them everything. Because the first people they give it asylum about Muslim, he was a Christian, you see? And what this king, he passed away, they tell Angel Gabriel, tell Muhammad, they call him Najashi. He passed away, he prayed for him. He tell Lord, I want to forgive him. You see this kind of connection?
Yeah.
This means peace and love.
Yes.
But sometimes you see the people, they do the bad things. That's not about religion. You don't have to kill. The Prophet Muhammad said you don't have to kill animals. Ant, he sees someone, the little ant, you want to burn it. No, you don't have to burn the ant.
So you don't. I'm sorry to cut
No
you.
problem.
So you don't have to kill, like it's stated in the Quran, the Holy Quran, that you don't have to kill.
No.
And yet people do read and they don't obey that.
They don't know. They don't know. So the bad interpretation or the wrong interpretation. But the Holy Quran said you have to love everybody. You have to be with everybody. For my country, where I'm from, sorry, Miss Sai, my country where I'm from, my first president, he was Christian. It was 95% was the Muslim. They live together, they laugh, they happy. Not about we're not gonna go election because he's Christian. No, because he's from the country, we like him, we love him. It was Leopold Sedar Senghor.
Yeah, I think this is it's a great idea. Because when I'm just thinking about other things like a country like Ghana, because when you listen to the whole idea about the commemoration of today, and most countries they classify them as Muslim countries. It's a holiday for them. But like the country like Ghana in West Africa, like I see it has always been a holiday. Yeah, it has always been a holiday, and which everybody commemorates the day. If you work for the government, it's off day. Yeah, so
That's wonderful.
I think maybe that is why they classify them as maybe the peaceful country.
I like Ghana. So Ghana look like Senegal too.
Yeah.
The both types. You see the people. When Sai or Ibrahim can tell you, you can see the people, the family, the different religion, they live together.
Yeah.
You come into one area, you see this corner mosque, the other corner church.
Okay.
The same family.
Yeah.
We live together.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
No problem, sir.
We take a break. We have to go and do other commercials for the people who are sponsoring this show. When we come back, we will bring you more of the discussions. Stay tuned.